Hey guys, it's Sandra here, and this is my all-new, all-terrain mobile detailing cart. So what is it? It's basically a mobile detailing solution to address some of my particular needs in cleaning and maintaining both my cars and other areas of my property. Now I'm going to get to why I specifically assembled this detailing cart in a bit, as well as show it in action. But firstly, I'll go through all the different parts and components that make up this cart, and I'll do my best to list the main items in the description box. So as you can see, the foundation of this whole build started on a large Gorilla cart. Gorilla makes a few different carts, but this is their 170 litre steel mesh cart that measures about 1.1 meters long by just over 0.6 meters wide and sits on huge air-pumped 13-inch pneumatic wheels with front steering that has about a 500 kilogram load capacity, all of which was really important for reasons that I'll elaborate on shortly. Now on the base tray of the cart, I cut to size and then bolted down to the chassis structural 18mm thick marine grade plywood, which serves a couple of purposes. Firstly, it allows heavier items to be placed on the tray that the wire mesh on its own just simply can't support. Secondly, it adds extra rigidity and strength to the whole cart. And thirdly, it allowed me to then mount on these two large galvanized steel brackets that, with the addition of some more plywood, I built a strong upright rear support board that also serves a few purposes. Primarily, it holds the large, heavy, 3-stage deionized water filtration system that's really at the heart of this whole detailing cart build, which is obviously going to provide me with some spot-free car and even window washing. Secondly, the brackets and upright board provides me with some additional mounting space on the opposite side for my pressure washer hose, pressure gun, wand, and even a foam lance with the use of some heavy-duty shore hooks. Lastly, the brackets add some even more structural strength to the whole chassis and body of the cart to give it more than enough load capacity to hold and move everything I need. I've also put down a layer of thick, self-adhesive, foamy rubber mat to protect the base wood from water damage, add some grip to the surface to stop the carried items from moving around, and importantly, add some great shock resistance and absorption, as well as some sound absorption when the cart is being moved and used. On the front corner of the cart is my little but heavy Kranzel KHD7 pressure washer unit, which is obviously a core item to this whole setup and is actually placed up front to balance the back heavy weight of the DI water system to perfectly stabilize the weight distribution of the cart. There's a hose that runs outside of the cart to save a little space and hooks up the pressure washer to the deionized water, or if I don't want to use DI water, I can simply bypass the system and tap straight into the pressure washer. I also have a little mount that came off an old pressure washer to hold some of the different angle quick disconnect heads for when I'm using my pressure washer to clean other things around the property. The rest of the semi-fixed items are a few storage rack containers, mostly just cable tied in at this stage, and used to hold some bottles, various products, and even smaller pull-out containers. Everything else on the cart, from the wash buckets to brushes to all the detailing products and little bits and pieces, are all non-fixed and easily removable to free up the vast majority of the space in the cart, which is also intentional, as although the primary use of this cart is to wash cars, I also want to use it to clean car interiors, wash house and garage windows, walls, and clean up paved pathways all over the property. So as needed, I'll be removing and swapping out all of these products and tools depending on what I'm cleaning or detailing at the time. So that's my new multi-purpose detailing cart build. And like I said, if you want more info on some of the specific parts and equipment From the Gorilla cart to the DI water system and pressure washer, I'll have links to where I got them in the description box so you can research them further yourself. I'm also going to try and do a separate video on this particular FSA DI water unit because deionized water is something I get a lot of questions about. So if you can hold off a bit, I'll hopefully have a video on it down the track. Okay guys, so as promised, I'm now going to show you the detailing cart in use and talk about why the heck I put this thing together to start with. Firstly, I don't have any cover at home for washing my cars, hence wanting a DI water system, and the only real current suitable spot for washing cars is in the driveway, which is made of rough, loose stones, hence needing some big wheels to cart anything over them. Initially, I was actually going to build the whole cart from scratch, but then I saw just how much large pneumatic wheels cost, which is just crazy expensive, as well as the cost of the steel and wood itself, and I couldn't even come close to building something myself for the price of the Gorilla cart that I actually just stumbled across while researching materials to build the cart. But that still doesn't answer the question of why I need a cart to start with and just don't pull this stuff out of my garage and work from there. There's a few reasons why, some of which I've already touched on, like wanting a mobile cart with DI water and a pressure washer to clean all the windows around the house, garage and shed, as well as a few other areas on the back side of the property. Like I also mentioned, I wanted to use this cart to deep clean a lot of the stone and tile paving around the property and even foam up some of the walls and pressure rinse them down from time to time. Most of you guys know what I'm like at detailing and maintaining my own cars, so this cart was also created to be an important piece of equipment to help clean and maintain the exterior of my house, property and cars. Now, one other really important factor in creating this mobile and multi-purpose detailing cart was the fact that I've got two large rainwater tanks that are a good 75 meters apart, and I wanted to make use of that rainwater and be able to tap into both tanks, which I wouldn't be able to do without a serious water pump that can give me enough pressure over such long distances around the property. So I can actually move the cart and cars closer to either tank and even tap into each tank when I'm using the cart to clean other things around the property. But obviously, if the tanks are dry, I can also tap into a few different water main taps and power outlets close by without having to use crazy long garden hoses or extension cables. A really important factor I had to consider was size, weight, maneuverability, and accessibility. This cart build is actually about as wide, long and heavy as I can have it to hold what I need but still be able to get through standard doorways and down some of my narrow pathways. If it was any bigger or heavier, that would start to cause issues and really defeat the whole purpose of having this cart to start with. So a lot of calculations went into making sure it was big enough to house what I need, but also not too big or heavy to restrict me from taking it where I need to go. So all in all guys, that's the reason this detailing cart was put together. It serves my very particular needs of car washing, interior detailing, window and property cleaning and maintenance over some slightly rough terrain, different scattered water and power sources, and housing my pressure washer, DI water and some other tools and products I need to get those jobs done. It's still a bit of a work in progress, which I'm sure I'll fine tune with more use. And I know that for most of you guys, this probably isn't really a good solution unless you have a similar situation and needs, but in any case, I hope it was still interesting and enjoyable to check it out. I'll leave you guys with the rest of the footage, and if you enjoyed this video and would like to say thanks and help support future content, you can do so by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/ccad, which I'll have a link to in the description box, and thank you everyone for the support so far. As always, I really hope you guys enjoyed and found this video useful. Please give it a like, comment below, share it with others, and subscribe to this channel to show support for this content, and I'll see you guys soon.
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were worth the wait. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know. Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes on the concrete steps. We watched the sun as it slowly crept from the horizon to the place we met. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.